This video is brought to you by
Auckland Photographer's Clothing.
In this lesson, I talk about the different drive modes in your camera. And there are actually 3 of them that are super useful and some minor ones that you can use from time to time. Let's hop in the camera. You activate the drive modes when you click on that little button here at 9 o'clock. And then the first one is single shooting. And this is the one you will probably use the most. It just means you click, you focus, you take a photo. That's it. Then you have another drive mode. Just click on it again. And now one down, continuous shooting, and you can choose between low, high or high plus. And this is now the so-called burst mode. The camera does now continuous shooting, which means it takes a lot of images after each other. And this is especially great for wildlife photography, sports photography, or any other topic where you want to take many photos after each other and want to capture the right moment. So let's see what it does. I focus and now, crazy, isn't it? So many photos. Depending on what format you shoot, RAW or JPEG, or even both RAW and JPEG, it might take some time to buffer. You cannot shoot like 1,000 photos after each other, but depending on the camera model, you can shoot a lot or not that many. Usually when I photograph like this. So not everything in a row, but with breaks in between, and then the camera has also time to buffer. The low, high and high plus settings you can switch to just choose how many photos you want to take. There's no actual number that is displayed here, but there's a max number your camera can do in RAW, a max number in JPEG, and it's also a little bit depending on the SD card you're using. When you have a fast SD card, you can shoot more. With a not so fast SD card, you can shoot less. Just try it out for yourself. But in general, it means high plus, a lot of images, low, not that many images, but still more than only one. The next setting we have is self-timer, single, 2 seconds. And this is a super helpful camera setting that I use when I photograph landscapes. You might wonder yourself why to take 2 seconds of self-timer for landscape photography, and I use it most of the times, and I already used it as well here in this course. Maybe you recognized it when I don't want to shake on my camera. For example, when I want to take a longer exposure. In these 2 seconds, the camera has time to just be stable. Because when I not use the 2 second self-timer, I might press it, and in exact that moment when I press, I shake on the camera and then the image is blurry. But here I press, 2 seconds time, the camera is stable, the image is taken. Of course, I cannot take the exact moment I want to because I have always to wait 2 seconds, but I can use a super useful trick at seascapes. So when I want to try to take photos at the sea, or when I want to take photos of a waterfall or creek and it's spraying a lot, then I can just use a microfiber cloth like I have here in my nice Auckland hoodie for photographers, and I can just have it here in front and protect the lens from the ocean spray. And then I have to focus first because otherwise it won't work. Then I focus, then I have it here in front. Usually I use manual focus, not autofocus. So no spray can now come on the lens. Now I press and then I pull it off when the 2 seconds are almost over. It needs some time to practice, but it's super useful when you want to avoid some splashes or dots or just general ocean spray on your lens. In the mode of the 2 second self-timer, you can also switch the time. You can change it from 2 seconds to 5 seconds or even to 10 seconds, which is super useful when you want to make a selfie, maybe. Yeah? You are in a great landscape and you want to take a selfie. Then you just press the self-timer. Now the 10 seconds are just running. I walk there. Selfie time. And this is great if you want to make a group photo or photo of yourself somewhere and you don't have anyone with you who can take the photo. But there's even a better mode if you want to take group photos, because when you have a group of people, there might be one person that has the eyes closed when you take the photo. And this is always not so good. So what you can do, you go one more down and choose self-timer, 10 seconds or another time, 5 seconds, 2 seconds and so on. And you can choose how many images the camera should take. In this case now 5 images, 10 seconds. So let's try it again. 5 images now after each other. Yeah! So if there's any person that is blinking, you have 5 images and maybe on the 5th image the eyes are open. Those 4 modes and especially the first 3 modes are super useful, and now there are some other modes that I quickly explain, but most of the people won't use them anyway when they start with photography. One is bracketing with exposures. That means that your camera automatically takes several shots and each shot has a different brightness. So one is dark, one is exposed on 0, played the 0 game, and one is +1, so a bit brighter. And you can do the same with white balance. I have no idea why anybody should do bracketing with white balance, but it's there in the camera. And then you have a DRO bracketing option. I have no idea what that means, to be honest, because DRO is usually only with JPEG images. But maybe you can do now bracketing in DRO as well. I don't know, I turn it always off because it's only on the JPEG, not on the RAW, and it just gives you some more brightness in the dark areas, but only on the JPEG. When you photograph RAW, it does not have any influence on your image. With my main camera that I use, I also have focus bracketing, which is quite useful for focus stacking, but also this is a pro feature and this camera does not have it, and I don't think that your camera will have it. That means then that it does several photos after each other, all on a different area focused. One on 2 meters, infinity, 1 meter, 0.5 and so on, and then you can stack it in post-processing over each other. But for most people, the first 3 are the most important, and especially the 2-second self-timer I use a lot for landscape shots, and the burst mode I use a lot for wildlife photography and for action shots when I want to take many photos of one thing that is moving and I want just the right moment to be captured on camera. My exercise for you is to try out those different drive modes, especially the first 3. Try out a selfie, try out the 2-second self-timer, try out the burst mode, and try to count how many images your camera can shoot in 1 second. And if you cannot count that fast, look at it later at the computer and just count then the images you took. I wish you a lot of fun and see you in the next lesson. This video from my beginner's course Simply Learn Photography from 2023 is part of my photography legacy. Over a period of 5 years, I will publish my courses from learnfromben.com for free and with ads here on YouTube. So everyone can benefit from my knowledge regardless of budget. So subscribe now to the channel and spread the word. And do you want all 9 courses from the last 10 years immediately bundled together and without advertisement at a super affordable price? Then go now to learnfromben.com and get the XXL Bundle as an instant download or stream via the website at www.learnfromben.com. More than 22 hours of the finest learning content on photography, filming and image editing in all levels of skill. Link is in the description and in the comments below. And also check out the sales section with my signature tripods and D-filters and books. Everything is on sale up to 60% off, as long as stocks last. Thank you for your support. Videos from the courses are published every Friday at 5:30 p.m. German time. My name is Jaworskyj and I wish you all some really good photos.